So Helium Network or HNT is the top mover on the day, and looking at the chart, it's gone up about 80 to 90% of the last 5 days, currently sitting at about 65%. So let's hop into it, discuss the project, because it's been a few years since I posted about HNT, and then a few price predictions moving forward. And if you don't know who I am, my name is EQ, and I've helped over 1,500 people learn how to trade since 2021. Which, by the way, there are limited spots available in the Epic Trading Floor, so if you want to join our mentorship, I'll tag the link in this video. I'll also tag it in the description. You can try it out for 3 days for free, so there's zero risk. So at the end of the day, what are you really waiting for? Now, Helium Network Token or HNT, the easiest way that I can explain it is that they are going to be 5G towers that are available that you and I can purchase, put them in our house, and then other people can purchase their network for $20 and use the 5G service. And instead of paying out that money to big conglomerates or companies or institutions that own those 5G towers, you and I make a cut off of it. And there's two different hotspots. There's a mobile hotspot and then an IoT hotspot, or the Internet of Things hotspot. So the mobile hotspot is going to be for anyone that pays for that $20 5G plan. You're going to get a cut of all of that. And then the IoT is going to be more so for the other projects like the institutions and the businesses that are using Helium Network. Now, in the last few years, Helium has officially partnered with Solana and is on the Solana ecosystem. And as you can see, they're also partnered with Movistar. They're looking to bring wireless to the entire world. There's already over 375,000 active hotspots. I have 4 hotspots myself. I bought them back in 2021. And these are going to be IoT hotspots, not mobile hotspots. You can even convert existing Wi-Fi hardware to Helium routers, so you don't have to buy a specific router itself. And really what they're looking to do is to create a decentralized wireless network and ecosystem. Now, on CoinGecko.com, they're currently ranked 110th, sitting at $3.84, up 20% on the day. $684 million market cap, so this has plenty of room to the top side. You have 179 million circulating supply, 223 million total in max supply, so it's finite, it's deflationary, and there are not that many tokens left to dilute price. Now they are focused on communication, IoT, or Internet of Things. Some of the other platforms would be DePIN, as well as a smart contract platform. Now they're also made in the USA, and they have plenty of institutional money, Multicoin Capital, Alameda, Pantera, A16Z, and they're part of the Coinbase 50 index. So as you can imagine, there's going to be a lot of money flowing into this project, not only from a retail perspective, but from an institutional perspective. And you can see based on the all-time chart, we've had a little bit of movement in 2024 and 2025, but nothing compared to the all-time highs that were created in 2021. And those all-time highs are sitting just above $50 at about the $52.99 range. So even if this wanted to do a 10x, you're not even testing that all-time high yet. So there's plenty of topside potential. Now, on the short terms, like I mentioned, we saw that 80 to 90% pump that we experienced, and we're currently sitting at about 61% from the lows that were created back on April 8th of 2025. You're also seeing a bearish pivot signal. You're seeing a bearish crossover. So I would love to see this pull down a little bit more and find a retracement, ideally into the zone down here in the Epic Golden Pocket. That's going to be about a 20% drop into that range. And if we're able to hold the support here and find volume long term, we could easily see this start to push to the top side, which would take us to about $6.50 on the short term. That would essentially be my location for a sniper entry now that we've proven that we want to see some volatility, and it looks like we want to start testing some of these range highs. And you can also see volume is looking extremely bullish at the moment. And looking at this on the daily perspective, if we wanted to push to the range highs that were created in 2024 and 2025, from current price, that's about 154% move, which is an easy 2x considering you're not even getting anywhere near the all-time high. Everything is looking oversold. Volume looks to be inflowing. Momentum looks to be inflowing. Price action seems to be showing some impulsive potential. And all in all, I would love to see this retest that all-time high at about $50 to $60. And then from that point, I would expect major selling pressure because people have been waiting years to hit that profit point. And then if it was able to break that all-time high, you're going to go into price discovery mode, which means that the sky is the limit. It really comes down to how much money flows into total market cap for crypto, into altcoins, and into Solana, which could then flood and fall into or trickle into Helium Network. Which, by the way, if you want to stay up to date with all of my trades, you can always join us in the Epic Trading Floor. I hope everyone has an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on wherever you're tuning in the world. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video.